Hi there. In this video we'll be installing and testing this Lepro S1 AI Smart LED strip light. It's a 10-meter light and I have a room where this will cover two edges of the ceiling. It should be almost perfect. And I want it as diffuse as possible, so I bought some diffuser channels. I will install those between the wall and the ceiling in the corner. They are meant to go on corners and this in them, and everything should be perfectly nice in there. A bit of info right here. So it's the EU model, 220 to 240 volts. The adapter itself does that. And the strip, the controller, they work on 24 volts. So the adapter goes from mains to 24. 18 watts full power, RGB. And do not connect the chain. Yes, don't connect these and power them on while they are in here, because they will heat up and they can get damaged. And yes, individual LEDs non-replaceable, makes sense. Age-generated lighting, voice assistant, music sync, facial recognition. Okay, interesting. I'm guessing that's through connecting to other apps, because I don't think they have any sort of camera on them. That would be actually weird, but yeah. Maybe from your phone, when you are in the app and through your camera of the phone, they can recognize your face. Anyway, group control, so more of them can be controlled as a group, which is nice. And you can set moods and whatnot, light colors and stuff like that. 1500 hours of runtime you can get out of them, working temps, and you can shut them on and off more than 7,500 times. I would guess that's enough. And more info about Lepro right here. Let's get into the box. And on the bottom, a bit of how-to videos. In here we have, honestly not sure what these are. They have tape on them. Can you actually clip the light with them? So you glue this to the wall, or maybe for the cable. I don't know. We need to read the manual for that. I don't know myself. The adapter itself. Here's the power info. So it's in IP20. This is not rated for being outside, so they are only for indoors. Don't try to use them outside. Again, more of these. Probably the manual will tell us what they are. I'm guessing this is the double-sided tape for the controller itself, which we'll be getting to now. This is the, yes, S1 and 10, it's from 10 meters, so the model number. Okay, clicky button in here, probably for music. I might expect a microphone in there. And what they are telling us here, you cannot connect it in series with other light strip. And also probably be careful where you install it, so there are no flammable materials around it. For our situation, it will be an aluminum channel made specially for LED lights, so zero chance whatsoever of any issues. Okay, I just need to check the width of this. My channel, I think it's for 10 millimeters or something like that. Hopefully this is, because I didn't check first. And on similar lines, to measure twice cut once, it's you should measure before you buy. Whew, okay, it will fit. I'm lucky. Really quick look at the manual. Feel free to pause at any time. So as you can see here, they have multiple lengths and models depending on country and plug type. And voltages, obviously. Minimum requirements. They connect initially through Bluetooth and then to your Wi-Fi. how you can connect to the app, work with Amazon Alexa, Google Home, how to reset them if you need to. This is what it's not ideal to glue to, so yeah, knitted wool fabrics, dusty wall, rough plastic surface, and white painted wall. Not really sure about this, what's the reason. Anyway, we are in none of those cases, and yes, you can see you can put these things closer to the corners, because that's where, if it tries to unglue itself from the wall, at the corners there's the highest tension, so yeah, it kind of makes sense. But you can add them anywhere you feel that you need a bit more I don't know, power to keep them in. You have a bunch of them right here. They are with double-sided adhesive, and in case even that is not enough, you even have tiny screws, so I don't think you will have any problems. Again, for me this will be a non-issue as we are installing in a channel. They are not cuttable, so do not try to do that, you will destroy them. Don't fold them over or curve them too sharply. And a bit of info right here about them, and then a few other languages with same info, and at the end a bit of warnings, and more or less that should be it. So let's put them on the wall. These are the lengths of my walls. So yeah, obviously I will need to cut the 2 meter long diffusers into pieces at one point, but overall, yeah, this is really close to the 10 meters of the strip itself that I have. Because that right there is closed, it means that more than half of this I need to pass through it. I'm going to pass it through before I peel off the protection on the adhesive, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to do it. Started to glue it, but watch out, don't try to glue too long pieces, just go poking it with your finger slowly, because otherwise you will end up with a bit of a flap from place to place. I ended up with 2 small flaps, so now I'm going to be much more careful, keeping it somewhat tight and just going small areas so I don't create those loops. Reached the corner, watch out so you don't have it twisted a few times, because it will be really hard to untwist it here. I was lucky it was only once, and this glue, it's the best glue that I've ever seen on a LED strip. It's extremely good, much better than what I saw on Xiaomi LED strips, for example. So awesome, good Lepro, really good. It reached perfectly. Put the double-sided tape on this, glued it to the wall, modified this end cap with a Dremel. You can also file it down to allow the wire to have a place to come out through. And now, yeah, let's power it on, honestly. First I want to show it to you like this, it's in its natural state without a diffuser, and then with a diffuser, so you can make your decision how you want to have it. Cable is perfectly in there, not being pinched at all. Happy to report it's moving, but also not putting tension on the strip by pulling it in anyway. Wanted to use this for the cable, but no, it's not the right thing. So I have other things that I can use on the cable, probably tomorrow. For now I just want to power it on, it's a bit late. Connected it here. I have this cable, but what I wanted to tell Lepro, maybe consider making this cable long enough for the average height of a wall of a house, in case people will use it like I will. For me it's simple, this will allow me, I have enough cable to put it up on the wall. Obviously it will not stay here on the fire extinguisher, but for the moment just connecting it to go into the app to show you how it's working. And it's already going. So let me download the app and connect to it. Okay, installing the Lepro app, and we are inside the app. Let's see, a bit of info, and enter add device. Okay, now I will create an account and get back to you. Okay, now I'm logged into the account. Finally add device, continue while using the app, allow, S1, add now, device name, living room LED, done. And now I need to enter my password to allow it to connect to Wi-Fi. Entered the password and I think now it will connect to my Wi-Fi. And it's connected to Wi-Fi and now it was giving me... Oh, this is the AI part of it. It was giving me a small tutorial. Let's see. Okay. I feel relaxed. I have no idea how to use this. I don't see anything on the LEDs yet, so maybe I should just go into drawer paint. No. I have no idea how to use this app. Okay, save. Test. Confirm. But how do I set it, or did I turn? No, it was already on. Yeah, it's working. I just needed to shut it off and power it on again. Basically unplug it and plug it back in. I think it had something to do with my router. But now I gave it an AI prompt, show me Mars lighting. It was one of the default prompts in there, so let me show you what this does. Yep, this looks really nice. Obviously, again, you could simply put it directly on the wall, but I want to put now on top of it the diffuser and see how it looks like. At every single moment I could remove the diffuser and leave it as is with the rails only, but I think it will be okay with the diffuser. Just as an idea, this is the difference between diffuser and non-diffused. So even with diffuser you still see the LEDs, which is actually something I like. I was a bit worried that it would everything just blend together, but like this in the winter, holiday season, Christmas, I can put Christmas colors and they are individually still visible, which is freaking awesome. You know what? Let's ask AI for aurora lights. And let's see what it will give us. Oh. Okay. So it gave us a few variants. Okay. Didn't even realize that. It's actually giving us more variants and you choose what you like. Tomorrow I will play with it more because it's really freaking late and tomorrow it's a work day. But before going to bed, I needed to check if there's a firmware update. And there is. So let it do its thing. And it's done. So now I'm gonna go sleep. Another day, attached everything nicely to the wall. And down there I actually put some proper sockets. So now everything is just fine, and the cable honestly at higher levels from further away basically blends into this wall and it's perfect. So what do you think? Is this a successful install? From my point of view and daughters and wife, it is really successful. This is freaking awesome. So now let me play with a bunch of settings and see what we can come up with. Okay, so we played with AI, so what that will do. Let's see on DIY, I'm putting a bunch of red and I want also a bunch of green. Let's see, to try and make some Christmas type lights. Oop, missed that one. And then after we have colored, we are in precise view mode, so it will show the whole strip. After I will color all of this red and green, I will then search for, actually I could have selected from here red. I will search for various effects from here and see what I like best for this type of display, and obviously also the speed of it. Okay, this is one variant. Yes, phone brightens up the room a bit compared to what I see, so you don't really see white, you only see green, yellow and red. Yellow when it's mid between green and red when it's switching, but yeah, this also sees a bit of white, which isn't there once again. And that was gradient mode with this strip and this particular speed, but let's try breathe. Actually no, breathe, steady, no, this one no. I think the speed is too high. No, I think this was actually okay, this is what I like. Let me show you. Okay, switched a bit the brightness on the phone. This is more like what I actually see. This is Christmassy in my book. Let's play a bit more with other variants and other colors, obviously. And when you find something that you actually like, you can obviously save it. Let's give it a name. Actually, I think we need to have this, wrong one. Confirm. And now this is saved, and I can always get it from favorites. This is the one, which is great. Played even more with the colors. Oh, I think I just colored something by mistake, and you have a back, which is nice. Erase, fill, draw. So yeah. And you can also play with these sliders, and in here it will give you other color variants. So yeah, you pick ones from here, and then from the sliders right here you get many more. What I wish, honestly, that it came with some presets that you could select from the app. That I didn't really see up until now. So that would be really nice. But anyway, you can create a bunch of stuff. But if they could include some presets for us from the app to select, that would be a huge bonus, honestly. This is the rainbow mode that I just created, and honestly, pretty nice. And yes, they get bright, they get really bright if you want to, and they can also get really dim if you want that. And for Romania's National Day, you can have something like this.
I like it.
And now we are in music mode, and it's using its integrated microphone. My phone is focusing on whatever it wants as always. Flickering lights don't help it, do they? And now daughters will clap a little bit their hands, and I think it's also following my voice now that I'm talking to you. Now AI made a bit of a Tetris-like mode where they start on one end, go around and gather at the other end. And yeah, you can see, so it's not individually controlled LEDs, they are groups of, I think, 6 LEDs, and there are 50 groups in this 10 meters of strip. And AI, as you can see, can create some really interesting effects, and you cannot replicate something like this by yourself. So it's doing it, no idea exactly how, but yeah, pretty interesting. And I've saved a bunch of them because, again, they are really cool. And that's about it for this video. Thank you again, Lepro, for sending this in. As you can see, really nice install, and it's being put to good use. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.